Hi everyone, welcome back to So Wild. Today we're going to do something a little different because it's going to be my first time trying to speak a little bit of a conversation in Korean out loud to anyone who can hear it. So when you guys watch this, if you guys watch this, please comment below if you speak Korean, if you can understand what I'm saying. Two, if I guess just kind of like if you can understand all of it, if you can just understand some of it, if you can understand none of it, just any kind of thing helpful like that would be good. This is going to be a very beginner level conversation. I'm really not used to speaking out loud in like a conversational way. Mostly I just practice like my letters at this point and common phrases and words and things like that. Most of my focus has been on learning to read Hangul so that way I can hopefully be pronouncing things better, since I don't really have anyone that can hear me besides people online who happen to stumble across this video. So this conversation, I did write it in Hangul so that way I could read it, because I am not very good with like recalling or anything like that yet. And so if you guys notice me looking down during the conversation, it's because I'm literally reading it. But I try to kind of speak in small, short sentences so that way, again, it's just like beginner level. But I'll be discussing kind of what I did last week and what I did Saturday, because I went and visited my sister, my younger sister, so that was really fun. And then I also am going to include some clips of us. When I visited, we went to an Edgar Allan Poe themed night, which was really fun. We got dressed up and were very cool. But the clips they're pretty silly, but I just thought, there would be somebody who enjoys them. We had a good time, and maybe it'll make anyone who stumbles across this video smile a bit, or chuckle a bit, or laugh a bit. Have something kind of fun to look forward to. But yeah, so it's going to be a short conversation, and it'll be all in Korean, and I will put English subtitles at the bottom of this video, or like with this video. I tried to do that on the last video, and it was really like, it's my first time really doing YouTube stuff, so I'm not the greatest. But last time I did like an auto-generated subtitles, and they were pretty bad, I think. When I went back and watched it, I was like, oh, these subtitles miss a lot. So this time I like looked up how to like write them myself. So this time I'm going to try to do that. And then I would also like to write, because I did write down this whole conversation. Like, I can't do everything I'm saying right now in Hangul because I don't know that much those many words or anything like that. But I would like to at least put Korean subtitles at the bottom of my Korean conversation. That way, perhaps if you are Korean and you read this or come across this and you watch it, you can say whether or not like what I think I'm saying matches up with what I actually said. With that being said, I've actually never used my computer to write Hangul before, so I don't really know how to do that. I don't really know how to switch my keyboard on my computer yet, so that's, kind of something that hopefully I will figure out. And ideally one day, once I figure out how to do that with my keyboard, and two, get better at writing, I would like to just have subtitles for all of my videos in both English and Korean, because I think that would be really helpful. But it's just one day at a time. This is our third video out, so we're just out there swimming as best we can. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will now start the conversation in Korean, and hopefully, again, it goes well. And again, please forgive me for the times in which I look down, because I will be looking down a lot, because I'm going to literally be reading what I'm trying to say. So, just bear with me. But again, please feel free to comment below on the things that you couldn't understand, and also feel free to just comment below on like what you practiced this week. Like, I imagine if you stumble across this video, you're trying to learn a second language, whether it's Korean or something else. I know that I'm just beginning on this journey, but even I know that it just takes a lot of practice and consistency. So I think if we're all just kind of checking in with each other and seeing how we're doing with our practice and things like that, I think that's a bit more motivating. So please feel free to comment below, and maybe it might be like, oh yeah, I was able to practice for every day this past week, and like that's really awesome. Or maybe it's like I just watched some movies or TV shows in that other language or whatever it is. I mean, maybe you did nothing. That's also fine. Like maybe you'll come across this and it'll remind you to like keep going. I think there are times in which I already start to feel like burnt out on trying to 안녕하세요. 제 이름은 캐티입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. 신화주와 공부 아십니까? 나니 저속으로 다 했다. 나니 여당사말 반룸이 있습니다. 나니 잠에 있으다. 우리 밤엔 비디오 클리퍼 있습니다. 네? 잤다. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Then you would say, you introduce yourself and you would say, 제 이름은 토리입니다. 제 이름은 토리입니다. 제 이름은 타티입니다. Obvious. And then we say, we are Korean watching a show. I'll learn how to say that later.
We'll probably have to voice over it anyway because the music is
That's true.
나십니다.
이것인데 나십니다.
Was that it?
It's not that, and it's a bummer because the thing that I'm missing is you're my little sister. So all I've got is this is my, and then I forgot the little sister.
Are you sure it's not 나십니다?
이것인데 나십니다. 나십니다. 그래, 우리는 믿자다. 우리는 자매로 바십니다. 다음에 만나요. 안녕 계세요. That was it. That was me speaking a few lines of Korean. There was some parts that I felt more confident in. Obviously, like the first introduction, the 안녕하세요, 제 캐티입니다, 만나서 반갑습니다. Like that, I feel a little bit more comfortable saying out loud. Again, I don't really know I don't know what's going on with my accent or anything like that, but to me, when I say it, like I don't have to like read to know what to say for that. I actually know like what I'm trying to say with that. Like 네, saying yes, like that is comfortable. 작다, that I feel comfortable with. I say that to my kids a lot. 작다, let's go. Then there are also some parts, goodbye, I felt comfortable with that. 안녕히 계세요. I still really confuse 안녕히 계세요 and 안녕히 가세요 as far as which to say, so I'm not really sure if I use the right version of that, but when I say them, either way, I feel confident in how it's coming out. Everything else is a little rocky, but I think that if you really want to learn a second language, you just have to be really just unafraid to just say whatever comes out of your mouth. Eventually, I imagine, no, I don't imagine, I mean, it's just a fact. Eventually, it's going to start coming out a lot smoother, like the more you actually start practicing like out loud. And I do feel like I have been practicing, repeating different phrases and different words out loud a lot, and I think that is very helpful. I do think that I need to focus more on also just trying to have a conversation out loud and stringing together sentences and putting like thoughts into words. I can recognize a lot of different words if I'm listening to somebody speaking, but I don't, it's like I can recognize, like, so for instance, in the Cree Orine Michada, like michada, like I know the word for like crazy, like the micha. I know that that's part of the word crazy, but I don't really know all the different, I guess, endings that you would use for that. So I wouldn't have been able to say, yes, we're crazy. I would only, in like my head, I would have just been like, they michago. And honestly, the only reason I like even kind of know what the word crazy is, or michika, is from, it's a song. It's crazy. I think it's by it's a girl group. I think it's 4 Minute maybe, but they have a song where they say that word, and so I know I know kind of how it's supposed to sound. So I think it's just like a lot more practice on my end, and I'm hoping to kind of do that with these videos more often, to try to have more conversations just in Korean, or at least more parts of the videos just in Korean. And then I also hope to include more clips and things like that, of just like my day-to-day life and whatnot, because I do think that that was kind of fun, and they're silly, and again, like, it's just nice to, I don't know, see fun stuff every once in a while, have fun, I guess. And that's really what this channel's really about. It's just kind of me doing whatever I want and hoping someone out there, I guess, appreciates it, or at the very least helps me with my Korean. And I'll help you with your language. I can, if it's a language that I don't know, because this is the only second language I've ever really tried to learn. So if it's a language I don't know, like let's say your second language you're trying to learn is like German or French or something like that, obviously I can't help you in the sense of talking back and forth with you, but I can help like cheer you on and motivate you and say like, don't forget to practice. And if your second language is English, I can help you with that. If you comment stuff in English and things like that, or if you have questions, I will definitely answer those. And if your second language is Korean, then we can just work together on this. Or if your first language is Korean, we can work together on this. So I just hope that we start building like a little bit of a learning community, and just have fun in a no pressure sort of way. Like, I don't know, I think learning a second language should just be a good time, should just be fun. So I hope that for the rest of this week, you guys get your practice in. I'm going to really work on my practice. I'm gonna look up how many times you need to like write like a letter to kind of memorize it, or memorize the sound it makes, because I am still struggling. I was last week. I am still struggling with some of my Hangul, just understanding which sound that they're making. I recognize it as Hangul, but I forget what sound it's supposed to have. And I get like a lot of the vowels. I'm still really struggling with the vowels, so I get a lot of them mixed up. And I'm hoping to really kind of, oh, sorry, I had something I probably looked like I was like sticking my tongue out at you, but I like wasn't. I was like something on my lip. But anyway, I'm hoping to excuse me. I'm hoping to really work on that. And then again, I'll just practice. I've been doing my phrases out loud, my words out loud, so I'll keep doing that. And then I will try to describe my week again for you guys next week, and hopefully I'll be able to include some clips or some fun things. So please feel free to comment the things that you're doing this week, or the practice that you're doing, or any helpful YouTube channels. Maybe I'll do a video of that one day, where it's just a video of like the fun channels that I listen to in the morning or podcasts or whatever, but that could be fun. But for right now, I like doing what we're doing. I don't know, I'm having a good time. So with that, this video comes to its end. 안녕히 가세요, and I hope to see you back again next week, hopefully on Monday. This video, I mean, not that a lot of people watch these videos right now, but you know, you never know. This could be the first time you're watching it. For the record, this video is late. I do try to have this out a little bit earlier on Monday, but honestly, I'm really hoping that this still comes out on Monday. It might come out tomorrow. It might come out on Tuesday, but for the record, for anybody watching, supposed to have my videos out on Monday at 5 o'clock. Sometimes these things just happen though. What can you do? So with that said, I will see you next week. Please keep practicing. I will keep practicing, and hopefully we can just all do a really great job. All right, 안녕히 가세요.